Good evening. My name is Anjali Kausar, and I'm the CEO for the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce. And it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our 2018 installation of officers. I would like to at this time invite our Mayor, Paul, to please come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Anjali. All rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mayor Paul. The Cupertino Chamber had a very successful year in 2017 under the leadership of our last year's president, Keith Warner. Before we proceed with the business of the evening, it is my pleasure to recognize our other council members who are in the audience here with us. Mayor Paul, as I already recognized him, Vice Mayor Rod Singhs, Councilwoman Savita Vaidyanathan, and also joining us this evening is our City Manager, David Brandt. I would also like to acknowledge our former mayors who are in the audience with us today: Sandy James, Oren Mahoney, Gilbert Wong, he was here, and our Planning Commissioner, David Fung, and Don Sun. I would like to extend a very special thank you to the staff of the City Channel, Ray Deglado, Robert Kim, Pete, and Michelle. You have always been so wonderful doing this for us. We at the Cupertino Chamber feel very fortunate to have such a great relationship with our City Council and with our City staff. Furthermore, I would now like to invite Mayor Paul to please come back up here and help swearing our officers in.
Well, I very much appreciate the opportunity to come back here to my organization that I was president of in 2014, prior to being sworn into the Cupertino City Council. I congratulate and thank our board members for everything that you bring and deliver to the city. I hope that we can continue to work together to continue our success. From the spectrum of all businesses and sizes in the community, from Apple to, frankly, myself, which I'm probably tied for the smallest business in the Chamber of Commerce. So and we have a number of news items with regard to our membership. I think there's one in particular in the news today with regard to board member Lundgaard's company and their willingness to give back a very substantial amount of funding and resources and support to the community. And all we ask for is a mere percentage of that amount, which I think would be a modest $3.5 billion. So we're looking forward to that set of discussions. But without further ado, let's go ahead and begin the installation. We have promised to make it efficient and well considered, just like your city government. And so at this point, we will begin with the newly appointed board of directors. Will the following people please come forward? Vivian Wong with Boston Private, as well as Han Nguyen with Kaiser Permanente. And if you would raise your right hand, I'll do the swearing in. You have been elected to the board of directors for the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce. This honor reflects the caring and commitment to Cupertino in general that you have, and in particular, your commitment to the success of its business community. Your fellow Chamber of Commerce members are placing their trust in you to move the organization forward and to work to accomplish its mission, quote, to promote and enhance the business environment and economic climate of the Cupertino community. Will you accept this charge? I will. Thank you very much. Please remain standing, and congratulations. I'll now call up the officers for 2018. First, the 2018 President, Andrew Walters of the San Jose Water Company. The immediate past President and the Vice President of Finance, Keith Warner of Pacific Workplaces. The Vice President of Membership, Rich Abdallah of Abdallah Law Offices. The Vice President of HR and Staffing, Sandy James of Sandhill Property Company. The Vice President of Legislative Relations, Kevin McClelland of Leeward Financial and Insurance Services. And finally, the Vice President of Special Events, Mike Rohde of Main Street, Cupertino. And I would ask that you also raise your right hand for the swearing in. Your fellow board members have asked you to accept the challenge of leading the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce to accomplish its mission. By accepting this challenge, you are committing yourself to the hard work that leadership entails. You will be responsible for ensuring the continued success and viability of this over 60-year-old organization, which I will also add is exactly 1 year older than the city of Cupertino, which members of the Chamber of Commerce helped to incorporate a year after the organization was founded. And so, will you accept this charge?
I will.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Will Andrew Walters please step forward? Andrew, as incoming president, to you, it is my privilege to accept, to present you with this gavel as a symbol of your office. In accepting the gavel and the leadership it symbolizes, you are accepting the ultimate challenge of leading this organization in the areas you have chosen for this year. And as an aside, I would like to commend you for selecting those areas very thoughtfully and reaching out to the stakeholders and doing it in such a manner that it appears that you have sought a good amount of buy-in and ability to succeed in your endeavors this year. I know that your year will be successful and that you will serve with distinction. Do you accept this challenge?
I do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Very good. And now if the rest of the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce board members will join us, I'll read them off in alphabetical order according to last name. Donna Austin of the Cupertino Historical Society. Claudio Bono of the Cupertino Hotel. Catherine Chen of State Farm. Art Cohen. Jason Lungard of Apple. Elizabeth Marchu of Technology Credit Union. And last but not least, but by virtue of the Z in his last name, John Zarelli of Recology. And Mark Tersini of KT Urban. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the officers and the directors of the 2018 Board of the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce. Let's all give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please.
Yeah.
Board members, you can go ahead and sit down. Thank you very much. I don't want to have you stay, but Keith, please stay. I do want to make one quick comment, and I want to thank Mayor Paul for such a great introduction and for the outstanding relationship that we have had with the city. We very much cherish our relationship with the city and with all the city council members, so thank you all for coming. With that, I want to thank Keith Warner. He has done an amazing job at serving our community as the president of the Chamber of Commerce last year, and has been a great role model for me to follow. So I look forward to hoping to do just a portion of what he's accomplished this year. I'd like to give him a chance to come up and speak, but before that, I'd like to present him with a plaque. Keith, this is a plaque to signify your service. It's the gavel that you could have used to probably bang some of us over the head a couple times, but nonetheless, he chose to have us move forward in a very positive fashion. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
So with that, I want to have Keith do a little recap of what we accomplished in the year, and he's got something great to announce.
Okay, don't switch it yet. Let's save that for the end. Okay, I want to give you a few highlights of 2017 for the Chamber. Just an amazing year, and I know you've heard this before, but the Chamber has over 250 member companies that employ over 45,000 people. Our annual events this year were once again very successful. The State of the City Address, Lunar New Year Luncheon, the Star Awards, and the Bay Area Diwali Festival were among some of the big ones. The Diwali Festival attracted 15,000 visitors and had over 100 vendors that day. We added some new exciting events this year as well: the Holi Festival, the Cupertino Food and Wine Stroll, and the Summer Camp Fair. Those were all very successful, and we hope to build on those in the coming years. Our monthly mixers were well attended, including our fantastic holiday party at the Cupertino Hotel back in December. And the monthly LAC meetings had vibrant speakers, including several elected officials. Those are always great. I hope you come out to those. The Chamber continues to be in strong financial shape, which is also a great thing. There were at least 8 new restaurants in the city of Cupertino last year, and most of them had Chamber grand openings and ribbon cuttings, so we really welcomed those new restaurants into town, and those were some fun events. And the Chamber continues to be a strong advocate for business in the city and surrounding area. One prime example of this is a group that the Coalition of Chambers has formed to address some of the difficulties restaurants face. Under Kevin McClellan's leadership, this group strives to understand many issues that these restaurants face, such as increase in the minimum wage, higher rents, and changes in legislation. Well, this group is getting some great examples from restaurants in Cupertino, and that group will continue to discuss how to address these issues, as well as share sales and cost best practices. And before I show you one last accomplishment, I want to give a special thank you to my entire board that you saw up here, but especially our Chamber staff. Anjali Kauser, our CEO. We can applaud for that. Rick Kitson, the Director of Communication. Thank you, Rick. And Victoria Lowe, our Program Coordinator. She's probably back there somewhere. So, the last thing I want to let you know that we did, we took a look at our Chamber logo. Now, if you look up on the screen there, that upper left thing there is, that's our logo. That's been our logo for many, many years. So in 2017, we decided it was time to update and modernize our logo. I'm not sure if, we had some, dispute about what that actually was there in the center of the sea.
Fading orchard.
Fading orchard, we thought. Some of us see a buffalo there. So we decided to modernize our logo. So without further ado, we unveil our new Chamber logo, and hit the button there. So, yeah. So we like to let everyone have their own interpretation of a logo. I think that's how logos should work. But I want to point out a couple of things about it. One is the Mobius, or the figure 8, represents infinity, going on forever, or an infinite loop, which also happens to be the address of a prominent company in town. And also, when you Google City of Cupertino, one of the very first images that comes up on Google is the Mobius artwork that's at the corner of Stevens Creek and De Anza Boulevard. So we thought that was also appropriate. So there you have it, our new logo. It's been a fantastic year, so thank you very much.
Good job, Keith. Don't forget that.
I will take this.
Well, it's my pleasure to recognize and thank members of the board who have turned out this year. Lisa Chan, who couldn't be here with us tonight, I've got a great plaque for her that she will be receiving, and I truly thank her for her service on the board. She will continue to work with us on AABC going forward. With that, I'd like to take a moment to share the Chamber's priorities for 2018. And as Mayor Paul had highlighted before, this is something that was done in coordination with all of our board members as well as the council members, of going and listening to each of the council members and understanding priorities for the community. And what we did is we picked those priorities that we felt like we as an organization could be helpful and impactful on. And those are redevelopment and housing, transportation, as well as supporting local businesses. When it comes to redevelopment and housing and transportation, I want to quote a survey that was recently done. 55% of teachers in this community, and it's not the total teachers in communities, but a particular area, 55% are not likely to be here in the next 6 years. Think about that, 55% in the next 6 years. What are the core reasons that is? It's not because they're unhappy with the job of teaching. They're not unhappy with their organization. They are just having troubles surviving when they have an inability to afford housing in our community. They have an inability to get here from a transportation perspective in an efficient manner. So those are things that are highly important to every one of us in the community, and we all need to work towards solutions. Finally, as it comes to supporting local businesses, the business landscape has changed, and it will continue to change. People used to go buy many products at local stores. Now, they order it in Amazon. This is Silicon Valley, so it's a little bit ironic that it's not a complaint, it's just a change. We have to change with the environment. So we are going to also work to support our local businesses, and we're going to work on ways in order to make them more successful. I encourage everybody in the audience, your local residents, we need you to go out and eat at restaurants, not once, not twice, eat at it many times a week, as I do, right? And I think those are the things that we all need to look at. We want to continue to make the community more vibrant. Keith already stole my thunder about thanking our staff, but I would like to thank our staff because they've been truly amazing. And so thank you all, Anjali, Rick, and Victoria. Before we start our reception, I want to make a few announcements about upcoming events. No, sorry. Thank you. There's a handsome gentleman there. You see Daddy on the screen? I know, it's Daddy Paul. It's amazing. So State of the City address featuring Mayor Darcy Paul will be held Wednesday, January 31st at the Quinlan Center beginning at 11:30 a.m. This luncheon is held in partnership with the Rotary Club of Cupertino and the City of Cupertino. The organizations will present awards of excellence to a public safety employee for both fire and sheriff's departments. Next is our education fair. It's held in partnership with the Library Foundation, and it will feature local businesses who offer summer programs for youth. It will be held on February 3rd in the Quinlan Center, it's actually in the library, or it's here, Community Hall. I knew there was a change, so sorry for that. It's here at Community Hall. The good news is it's close to the library. Well, it's a very good location for that. Next, Lunar New Year. It's one of my favorites. We all like to go have dim sum. So this is celebrating the Year of the Dog. It will be Friday, March 2nd at Dynasty Restaurant beginning at 11:30 a.m. The next event is something that we just started last year, and I can tell you it was a lot of fun for me. Our former mayor was there as well supporting the event, and I highly encourage anybody who wants to learn a very special cultural event, Come to Cupertino Holy. The Chamber will be celebrating the Festival of Colors on April 8th, starting at 11 a.m. in Memorial Park. Important note, wear white and wear a shirt that you don't mind if it gets a little color on it, as well as the pants. Star Awards. Did I miss one? I'll read this next. So the Cupertino Night Market. The Cupertino Chamber of Commerce will hold its first Cupertino Night Market on Saturday, June 28th at De Anza College, beginning at 5 p.m. I think this will be a lot of fun for all of us to go experience a night market. If you've ever lived in Asia, the night markets are great places to go spend time, and I certainly enjoyed them. Next is the Star Awards. The Cupertino Chamber of Commerce will hold its annual Star Awards Gala to recognize excellence by Cupertino businesses and a Citizen of the Year for 2018. The purpose of the Star Award is to recognize local businesses and citizens whose contributions have made significant and beneficial impact on the Cupertino community. This year's event will be held on Saturday, April 28th at the Residence Inn by Marriott, beginning at 6:00 p.m. One of my other favorites, Bay Area Diwali. I can tell you all the events are my favorites. By the time when I go, I have fun at every one of them. But Bay Area Diwali is the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce will hold its annual Diwali Festival Saturday, October 13th at Memorial Park, beginning at 11 a.m. If you haven't been, I highly encourage you to attend. There are so many people there, so many fun things, and great entertainment. Entertainment being a great theme for us. Registration for the events is available through the Chamber website and details as shown on the screen. www.cupertino-chamber.org. We'd like to thank the following businesses for sponsoring the reception tonight. And anybody on TV who would like to come and say hello, please come by. Special thanks to our sponsors includes Keys, Arya, La Pied d'Or Bakery, Orange Hummus Shop, Stein's Beer Garden, Whole Foods, and thank goodness San Jose Water Company. So thank you all very much, and thank you to my colleagues who helped make this event special for me tonight. I truly appreciate it. With that, I adjourn the meeting and encourage everybody to go have a great time tonight, so thank you.